Barnaby Jones, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, with guest stars Don Porter, Joel Fabiani, Jane Merrow, Stephen Elliott. Tonight's episode, Web of Deceit.
I was beginning to think you forgot.
The people in the next house were out on their patio. I was afraid they might see you come in. And if Mr. Tatum found out...
You are afraid, aren't you?
He'd fire me, Stephen. He's told me so many times that I'm never to let anyone in the house unless he says to. Oh, Stephen, darling. Oh. Let's go inside. He won't be back until 11. 2 heavenly hours.
There's no chance the cook will come home, is there?
Mm-mm. She has a sister. She stays with her on nights off.
This calls for champagne. Where does he keep it?
He doesn't. Would 12-year-old Scotch be acceptable?
Only if there's some sort of snack to go with it.
I'll see what there is in the fridge.
I'll get the drinks.
The drinks are in the living room. thought you were famished.
I am.
It's Mr. Tatum. Oh, Stephen, please hurry. Please.
Now, don't worry. He won't see me. I'll call you tomorrow.
Put your hands behind your head and keep them there.
Take it easy, Mr. Tatum.
Montgomery? Adam Montgomery?
I found some extremely interesting memos in your file, Mr. Tatum, but I'd be pleased to forget them if you...
I said to keep them there.
If you forget that I dropped in this informal manner.
Not a chance. You've been trying to get me and Jim Brock for a long time. Those libelous innuendos in your filthy column and on television.
They were libelous. Why haven't you sued?
Because you know just how far to go without laying yourself open. But this time, caught in the act of breaking and entering, that's a tough one to beat.
Uh-huh. But I'll see to it that what I found in those memos comes out at the trial. Looks like a standoff, doesn't it?
I've got a better way to get you off my back. I surprised a prowler here, and I shot him. Didn't recognize him in the dark as the famous Adam Montgomery.
He's dead.
He shot himself.
Suicide? The maid. She must have heard. She's in the shower.
But I'm positive it wasn't suicide, Mr. Jones. My husband wasn't the kind of man who caved in under pressure and gave up.
Yeah, but you were away, Mrs. Tatum. Isn't it possible that your husband may have been under pressures that you didn't know about?
He wouldn't have taken his life, no matter what.
Here you are, Mrs. Tatum.
Thank you.
Did you take cream?
Yes, thank you.
I called the police after you phoned. Did you know that your husband was shot at close range?
Yes, I know. They told me. Powder burns.
Did he also tell you that the test that they conducted indicated that he fired the weapon?
Well, that doesn't prove he fired it himself. I was in Europe. It's the first time we've ever been apart for more than a day or two. We planned to go together. that he couldn't make it because
Why not, Mrs. Tatum?
some sort of crisis in his work.
Have any idea what the crisis was?
He never talked to me about business. But it did seem to help to have me around.
Did he ask you to call off the trip?
No, on the contrary. Well, we arranged to travel with another couple, and he insisted I go. He said he was going to catch up with us. And then when he called me that day,
He called you in Europe.
it was 3 hours before he was shot, to tell me that he was flying over the next day to join us. Would he have made that call if he had suicide on his mind?
Did you tell all this to the police?
Yes. Well, they consider the physical evidence conclusive. Well, maybe it is. Maybe I'm grasping at straws and wishful thinking because I feel so terribly guilty.
It's strange, isn't it? When someone we love dies. We always have those irrational feelings of guilt.
Mine aren't irrational if it was suicide. It's my fault. I should have been here when he needed me. I'm sorry to have taken so much of your time, Mr. Jones. It was clear from the start that you'd already made up your mind.
That's pretty close to the truth, but one way to prove you have a mind is to be able to change it.
Today's question: is there any connection between the death of Charles Tatum and the rumors that the mighty empire created by James Everett Brock has been built on shifting sands? Or should I say, shifty? Tatum was second in command to Brock, that shadowy industrial Midas about whom so little is known. There have been hints that Tatum took his life because the walls were closing in on him and Brock. In the very near future, I can promise you more than hints. In upcoming editions of Report from Montgomery.
Adam? I caught your broadcast in a monitor room. Why are you still holding back on the memos?
If I break the story now, they might reopen the investigation of Tatum's death.
Well, there's no way they can find out. We were there.
No. Brock would know those memos are in Tatum's file.
Well, you could say somebody slipped the copies under your door. Brock has so many enemies.
I will decide what to say and when to say it, Larry. Did you get anything on the land commissioner's story?
I always get something.
Proof of bribery?
Well, not yet, but enough for a column.
Good opening hook. Very good.
It's the same all the way through, like every column with Adam Montgomery's byline.
You know how long I was at it before I got a byline?
Were you writing columns and telecasts that were used word for word?
Matter of fact, I was. Stop pressing, Larry. You'll get there.
When?
When I retire. It'll be a report from Larry Coulter then, and you can have that in writing. Have you seen the Tatum maid?
Now, why would I see her?
Because a jilted girl with a broken heart might start crying on somebody's shoulder. The less she says about you, the better.
What can she say? A man she knows as Stephen Chadway, address unknown, was in the house?
Do you have your phone number?
I'll change it.
Phone numbers can be traced. See her, Larry. Make sure.
I didn't hear the gunshot. It must have been when I was in the shower. I came in here later to make sure that the doors and windows were locked. I always check everywhere before going to bed.
That's a good idea. If everybody did that, it'd make things much tougher for the burglars.
That's when I found the body. It was there.
According to the police report, it was a cook's night out and you were home alone.
That's right.
No visitors earlier in the evening?
I'm not allowed to have any guests. Mr. Tatum was very strict about that.
Well, that's very strict indeed. What if an old friend dropped in and unexpectedly?
I don't have any friends.
Pretty girl like you, I would think that you would have a boyfriend.
No.
I would think they'd be swarming around like bees in a field of clover. In the police picture of this room, it seems to me that 2 of those glasses were missing. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yes, I put those back the next day. They were in my room.
2 glasses.
I had a glass of ginger ale in the morning and another one in the afternoon.
And you came all the way out here to get them. Isn't there any ginger ale in the pantry near your room?
No, we don't keep any there.
I have an appointment with my attorney, Mr. Jones, but I can cancel it if you want to talk to me.
Oh, no, Mrs. Tatum. I just want to speak to you a couple more minutes. Thank you very much, Miss Paget.
I'll be in my room if you want me.
Thank you. According to the police report, there was nothing missing.
That's right. I checked carefully. Oh, one thing you might not find in there is a file box was over here. Mr. Brock had some of his men pick it up after the police investigation was completed.
After the police investigation? That was James Everett Brock?
My husband worked for him.
Any idea what was in the file?
Just business papers, I suppose.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Tatum. I won't take any more of your time. Oh, do you happen to have any ginger ale in your pantry?
Oh, yes. I can have Hillary bring you a glass.
No, thank you. But I would like to use your phone.
Oh, yes, of course.
Betty? I got a little job for you.
He's leaving now. Stephen, I'm worried. I'm sure he suspects somebody was here that night.
What's his name?
Barnaby Jones. And if he finds out I've lied to him,
There's no way he can prove it.
Mrs. Tatum would fire me. I'd lose my work permit, have to go back home.
Maybe we'd better get together and talk about this.
I still think it'd be best if I were to tell her the truth now.
No. See if you can get the afternoon off.
But Stephen,
Do as I say. Call me right back, huh?
The guard at the elevator says I need a pass to see James Everett Brock. My name is
Adam Montgomery. I recognize you right off, Mr. Montgomery. Adam Montgomery for Mr. Brock.
Mr. Montgomery? My name's Barnaby Jones. I never miss your program or your column.
Tell Mr. Brock it's very important.
Mr. Montgomery says it's very important.
Mr. Brock? Hey, I bet that ties in with what you said on your show about the walls closing in.
Sorry, Mr. Montgomery. You'll have to phone for an appointment.
Maybe if I went up and told his secretary what I want to talk to him about?
Yes, sir.
Oh, would you please call Mr. Brock and tell him that Mr. Holmes would like to see Jim Ev.
Jim Ev?
Yes, Jim Ev. That's for James Everett. We're old friends.
Gentleman here to see Jim Ev. He's an old friend. I'm Mr. Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes. You're to go right up, sir. The executive elevator. Show the pass to the guard.
Much obliged. Nice to have seen you, Mr. Montgomery.
No, nope. That's not the way we set it up. That's right. Come in, Sherlock. I'll be right with you. No, I'm not interested in any counter proposals. You have until 5 o'clock. Right. Yeah, hold all calls. It's been a long time, Barnaby.
You're looking good, Jim Ev. What's your secret? Clean living?
I don't swing the way I used to when you handle that case for me.
Never saw so many look-alike redheads in all my life. I couldn't tell one from the other.
You were able to single out the one who was trying to blackmail me.
Just luck. Hey, you've certainly come a long way since then.
Just luck.
Same kind of luck you had when you had that financial difficulty about 5 or 6 years ago. I heard that you almost went under. The banks were about to take you over.
Rumors. I haven't had any real trouble at any time.
Well, you always did have the ability to bounce back, to land on your feet.
Beautiful view. You didn't come up here to see the view. What is it, Barnaby?
Charles Tatum's wife doesn't believe that he was a suicide.
She thinks he was murdered.
That's what I'm being paid to find out.
Any leads?
Well, I was kind of hoping I might get one from you. How long ago was it that Tatum came over here to JEB Enterprises?
About 5 years ago.
About the time you got into your jam, wasn't it?
I wasn't in a jam.
That file that you took out of Tatum's living room, was there anything in that somebody may have wanted to latch onto?
Routine business papers.
Mind if I take a look at them?
I'm afraid not. Government contracts, we have to keep it confidential.
First a routine, now the confidential. Is some kind of a runaround?
You know me better than that, Barnaby.
Yeah. Well, I came up here hoping for a lead, and I'm still hoping.
Sorry, there's nothing I can give you.
Well, I guess it's like my uncle once said, hope is like a hen that lays more eggs than she can possibly hatch. Thanks for seeing me, Jim Ev.
All right, anytime.
Stephen, why were you so anxious to keep me from telling Mrs. Tatum?
Well, you're the one who said she might fire you.
Yes, but then I said I thought it would be best to.
Hillary, tell me exactly what Barnaby Jones said.
And he said, anybody here earlier that evening? Stephen, you did leave the house, didn't you?
That's an odd question.
Oh, darling, I'm so upset I scarcely know what I'm saying.
Well, you don't think I had something to do with Mr. Tatum's suicide, do you?
Of course not.
You're all wound up, Hillary. Why don't we drive over to my house for a drink?
I couldn't do that.
It'll do you good. Hey, tonight we'll have a nice barbecue dinner, a bottle of wine.
I told Mrs. Tatum I'd be back by 6.
So call her and tell her you're staying with a sick friend. Hey, there's a phone over there.
She's not at home now.
Well, okay, you can call her from my place when she gets back.
Barnaby, you were right. She does have a boyfriend. They just drove off in his car.
Well, it would have been nice if you'd have followed them, found out where they were going.
I would have, but a van blocked me in. I got the license number.
Good. Check it out, Betty. I'm on my way to the Tatum house. Call me there.
Right.
Excuse me. Excuse me for running off like this. All of a sudden, I realized there was a cake in the oven that had to come out right away.
Well, I hope you made it in time, Mrs. Snyder.
I did. Oh, maybe you'd like to have a slice when it cools off? Do you like linzer torte?
I think I'd love anything you baked.
Oh, thank you. But you were talking about Hillary, no?
Yes. It's too bad she doesn't have friends here.
I think maybe she just met somebody.
Oh?
At the bridge club. She's been going there on her night off.
And this somebody is a man?
He called a couple times and she was out. Now, he did not give his name. All he said was he'll call back later. He sounded very handsome.
Miss Snyder, that driveway gate out there, is that the only way in and out?
No, there's one right there. But it's almost never used. What is it?
Looks like a small piece of wood.
Oh, that must have fallen off a tree.
Yeah, it came off a tree, was made into a matchstick. Looks like somebody didn't want this gate to latch.
Now, why would somebody want to do something like that?
Well, that is something that could stand looking into.
Oh.
A piece of broken matchstick in the latch. What else did he say? Yes. Thank you, Mrs. Schneider. Larry?
Yes?
I thought your name was Stephen.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know what you're thinking. The man who lived here before neglected to give the post office a change of address.
And you open his letters?
The ones that look like junk mail, yes, just to make sure before I throw it away.
You're lying, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
It's all been a sham, hasn't it?
Honey, you're not making any sense.
The cook says that detective, Mr. Jones, says that someone wedged the gate open that night. That there was someone there. That Mr. Tatum didn't commit suicide.
Hillary, you know how I feel about you. Now, if you just give me a chance, I can explain everything.
I think I'd better go. We can talk about it tomorrow.
Now, listen, leave me.
No, let me go.
Did you tell anybody I was there that night? Did you? Good. You know, it's a shame I can't depend on you anymore. Hello.
Good morning, Larry.
Don't you ever check with your answering service. I've been trying to get you all night.
Did you get what I wanted on the land commissioner story?
No. No. It's about that problem we discussed after your telecast yesterday. I had to bury it. You what? There was a problem. It was the only way to handle it. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, there's a tall, gray-haired guy at the door.
It could be Jones. He saw Brock yesterday.
I'd better call you back.
Morning.
Morning. What can I do for you?
Well, I hate to bother you this early in the morning, but are you Steve Chadway?
Yes, who are you?
My name is Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator.
Oh, what's this all about?
Looking for a young lady named Hillary Paget. Her employer called me rather upset because Hillary hadn't come home and they hadn't heard from her.
Why come here? I barely know her.
A friend of mine saw you two driving away from the park yesterday. She picked up the license number. The rental agency said the car was checked out to you.
Oh, well, I just happened to run into Hillary yesterday. We started talking, you know?
Where'd you drive her to, Mr. Chadway?
I dropped her off at the bus stop.
She say where she was going?
Well, home, I figured.
Funny she wouldn't have asked you to drive her there. It's only a few blocks from the park.
It is?
You never been to the Tatum house?
No. You see, Mr. Jones, she didn't ask to be let off at the bus stop. I made a play for her, and she got a little huffy, and so I dropped her off.
You always leave your starter in the fire after it started?
Oh, I forgot to take that out.
What'd you do, plan a little barbecue last night and get interrupted by something?
That's exactly what happened. But there was nobody with me, if that's what you're driving at.
Well, in my line of business, you have to touch all bases. Incidentally, what's your line? I'll need that for my report.
The salesman.
Got a business address?
You know, I'm between jobs, and I have to leave right away. I've got an interview about a new job.
Oh, I just have one more base to touch. You mind looking at this? You know this man?
No, never saw him.
Well, looks like I've come completely around the barn, back to where I started. Thanks for your time.
Where did you get a copy of this memo that you sent me, Montgomery?
Somebody slipped it under my door, along with copies of other memos.
Just slipped it under the door.
Yeah. Must have been somebody with a grudge against you. It's all there, Mr. Brock. It was mob money that bailed you out of the trouble you were in 6 years ago. If that information leaks out, you'll lose millions in government contracts.
What do you want?
Job like mine takes a lot out of a man. And I've been at it for a lot of years. 19 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Long speeches bore me.
My doctor said I ought to slow down. There's a bit of a problem.
Money.
Yeah. Made a lot, spent a lot. Just never acquired the habit of saving.
How much do you want?
What I want's a job. Man retires, lets down completely.
What kind of a job?
I think you can find a spot for me. Maybe in one of your foreign branches. South of France, preferably. I'd like that. Something not too taxing, but high paying. Kind of a public relations job.
What if I retire you with a bullet?
There's a codicil to my will. Something happens to me, those memos are made public.
Well, maybe I can find a job for a good man like you.
What do you have there?
Why did I have to drive all the way out here? Supposing somebody did see us together.
You're sure nobody followed you?
Of course I'm sure. Adam, you're getting paranoid. Now, what is this all about?
Report from Coulter. On the air and in your favorite papers 5 days a week. It's all yours, Larry, beginning tomorrow. I'm retiring, like I said I would.
There has to be a catch.
There isn't. Just one condition. You agree never to use the memos.
Never?
Has to be part of the agreement.
So you made a deal with Brock?
Why not? I get what I want, you get what you want.
And you always wanted to set up a retirement plan. I bet it's a good one.
I take it you're in agreement?
Sure. Why not? When do I take over?
Right away. But there's one thing you have to take care of first.
What?
Well, if Barnaby Jones ever connects you with Tatum's death, you're in trouble.
We're in trouble.
But you are good at handling things like this. You handle this one, we're both home free.
I telephoned Lieutenant Biddle, as you asked, but he hasn't received the fingerprint report.
Well, Betty, it's getting late. Why don't you go home? I'll wait for it.
Oh, well, I've got a few more letters to type. Why don't I go out and get us some hamburgers, hmm?
No. I'll get the hamburgers. I wouldn't want you to be raising a furor about the working conditions.
Today's question: did one of the land commissioners take a bribe? You'll get the answer to that in tomorrow's broadcast. But, and this is my scoop for the day, you won't get it from me.
I'll get it.
After giving the matter much thought, your weary reporter has decided to retire. A man who has been my right arm for years will be taking over. Instead of telling you who he is, I'll let him make the announcement tomorrow, so that he can start off with a scoop.
So Adam Montgomery is retiring.
Oh?
After all that talk about having Brock on his side, she quits cold without firing a shot. I wonder why.
I think I have something you're going to like.
What?
Lieutenant Biddle got the fingerprint report. Stephen Chadway's real name is Larry Coulter. He's an investigative reporter. That's why his fingerprints are on file. Guess who he works for?
Adam Montgomery. No, it all keeps coming back to my hunch. It's all involved with that file. There's only one way to find out.
See the man with the file. Your old friend, Jim Ev.
How do you out-con a super con man? It's gonna be tough.
Right. Thanks. Mr. Brock is busy, but if it's important, he can see you.
Thank you. Oh, is Adam Montgomery still trying to crash the gate?
Are you ready for this? He came back yesterday, and they said send him right up.
You never know which way Jim Ev is gonna jump. If he fell in the river, he'd probably float upstream. Lieutenant Biddle, please. Lieutenant, something I want to ask you.
What is it, Sherlock? I have a meeting to get back to.
Jim Ev, I think I can ward off some trouble for you.
Trouble?
Yeah, I took with a grain of salt what you said about the Tatum file. I put out the word that I was willing to pay big for information, and I got the word back.
From whom?
An informant said he knew somebody who had taken something from the file.
What?
I don't know. But I know what the asking price is, $150,000.
Well, that's a pretty steep price for a carbon copy of a business letter.
Yep, even if you knocked off a few zeros, it's too steep for me. You want to make a bid?
Couldn't be anything I'd be interested in.
Might be able to get the price down a little in exchange for a quick look at whatever it is.
Barnaby, I wouldn't give a plug nickel for anything in that file.
Well, if you change your mind, give me a call.
Get me out of Montgomery.
Montgomery.
This is Brock. Somebody's trying to shake me down through a go-between. It wouldn't be you, would it?
What are you talking about?
The memos. Somebody said they were up for sale, $150,000. You said nobody else knows about them.
Nobody does. Except, of course, for whoever it was that slipped them under my door.
Yes. The anonymous tipster. Well, if it wasn't you, you better find out who it was and do something about it, or our deal is off.
I'll get on it.
Barnaby? He's leaving now. I'll stay with him.
Okay. I'll get to the car and stay on the police van.
All right.
Adam, what's up?
You're going to level with me, or you've had it. Do you have extra copies, or was it just a bluff?
Extra copies? What are you talking about?
Come on, Larry. I got it straight from Brock that somebody's been trying to milk him for $150,000.
What? No, Adam, wait a minute. It wasn't me.
Nobody else knew we got to the memos. It has to be you.
I told you I don't know what you're talking about. Are you trying to set me up?
I am talking about copies of those memos.
And if they can't get us on those, they keep digging until they get me on the girl's murder. Is that it?
That's very informative.
What is this?
Shut up. Not very smart of you, Mr. Jones. Coming here by yourself.
Meet Lieutenant Biddle of the Los Angeles Police.
You blew it! Afraid somebody might follow me, and it was you who led them here.
Drop the gun and turn around nice and slow.
Barnaby Jones, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, with guest stars Gilbert Rowland, Cal Bellini, Joe Santos. Tonight's episode, Rendezvous with Terror.
You better change your mind. Come to the game with me, Betty. I heard it's going to be a dandy.
Barnaby, I'd love to, but I can't. I've got all of this paperwork, and when that's finished, I've got to find a birthday present.
Now, that's something that ought to be outlawed. Nobody should be allowed to remind anyone that they're a year older.
Just happy over 21, right?
I'd settle for happy over 39. Don't work too late.
I won't. Enjoy the game.
Do not turn around, Mr. Jones. Do as you're told, and you won't be harmed.
Keep your hands down at your sides at all times.
When we reach the lobby, turn and walk to the front of the building.
Well, I ran smack into a wall with these blinders on.
We'll guide you.
Quickly! I got a couple tickets for the game tonight. Are just gonna go to waste. You fellas wouldn't want to go, would you?
Hardly of any importance.
Bet there are a few local fans who would disagree with you on that. I'm beginning to feel sorry for horses that have to wear blinders.
There for your protection, Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones. Forgive me for having caused you any discomfort, but I hope you have been treated with respect.
But I've seen a condemned man being given the red carpet treatment, too.
I understand. I will explain to you very shortly. Take him to the office. Please leave us alone. Mr. Jones, you were recommended to me by someone I have complete faith in. I would like to hire your services.
Well, that's my business, dealing in services, but I'd rather be here under my own free will and without these blinders.
Please. You would recognize me instantly. My anonymity must be maintained. The lives of certain people depend on that. I assure you, Mr. Jones, that the service you will perform for me is most honorable.
Ordinarily, under these conditions, I would give you a very short answer, adding up to no. But let's just say that you've got me sufficiently intrigued to listen.
I want you to locate somebody for me. I want you to find a man for me.
I have considerable work to do at the house. I'll take some of the men with me.
I will be no more than a few minutes with Mr. Jones. I prefer you remain and see him safely back to his office. The man's name is Reves. John Reves. I'm sure he's around the Los Angeles area. I will contact you in a few days to get your report.
Well, now, hold on. As a matter of policy, I never start a search for anyone unless I know why they're wanted and who wants them.
I understand. But I mean no harm to this young man. All I can tell you is that he is my son. And if it became known that I searched for my son, his life would be in jeopardy. I don't even want him to know anything about it. Take him out of here. How could they have known that I would be here tonight?
Javier has good intelligence?
Perhaps. Or there's an informer amongst us.
I cannot believe that. Besides, I warned you coming here would be risky.
You think there is no point in arranging talks with this, Javier?
Nothing but blood will satisfy Javier. He's a fanatic to the core.
I see. Let us return to the house.
Your weapon minus the bullets. The door is open, Mr. Jones. Step out. Wait for us to leave before taking off your glasses.
You mean I'm going to get to keep these as a memento?
It's a very serious business with us, Mr. Jones.
I won't dispute that. Kidnapping, shooting, possibly murder, that's all serious business.
Some bad luck. Carlos got hurt.
All right. Whose idea was this?
De Vargas just had more men than
I didn't ask you how many men he had. I want to know who gave the orders to make this attempt on De Vargas.
I did, Javier. The opportunity presented itself.
Blew it. You also blew any last chance to have him listen to reason.
We had information that says reason is the furthest thing from his mind. Come inside, we'll discuss it.
How bad is he?
The bullet is out. I don't expect any complications.
Who leads here, Balazar?
There was no time to confer with you. We got word that Varga would be at Silver's winery tonight meeting with a man.
But why the haste? Why use my men like common thugs?
Because time now is all important. Varga has put a price on your head, hired a private detective to locate your whereabouts. He wants you dead. He needs you dead. You don't have to guess any longer why he's in this country, in this particular city. Do you know what your head is worth? $100,000.
How did you hear this?
I have a well-placed friend that keeps me accurately informed. Javier, we have planned to fight this man in the hills of our country, killing only when necessary in the fields of battle. Well, the battle is here now, and the Varga has chosen the time and place. We have no alternative but to meet him head on.
How did he learn we have headquarters here?
The fact remains he did. And just as we need the name of the Varga obliterated from our country's history, so he needs your name only as a faint memory, not as a battle cry. Javier, there are thousands of men ready to follow you.
This detective.
His name is Barnaby Jones.
And what would be your advice regarding him?
Javier, leave it in my hands. If this man is anything more than a nuisance, we will dispose of him.
Drive a little faster, Betty. But not over the speed limit. They were very careful about that.
It's 1 minute to 12.
If we get within 6 blocks of the place, we ought to hear the chimes.
Barnaby, why don't you leave it up to this man to contact you? And if he doesn't, then you can just drop the case.
Because thinking back, I really did accept this job in principle. At least I didn't tell him no. You know, Betty, even though I couldn't see him, it was very strange. I felt comfortable with him, as if he was an honest man in deep trouble. Listen.
It's just ahead. It's the university campus.
Within 4, 5 minutes, closer to 5, left turn should be a one-way street. From here to the railroad tracks, no turns were made. Once across, sharp left. We've got to be within a mile of that plant. Motel Row is to the south. East and west streets are too narrow. Try a right turn up ahead. Cross any cobblestones, we start circling. Pull over there, Betty.
Tienes que trabajar extra esta noche.
Good morning.
Good morning. May I help you?
Well, yes, maybe you could, Mr.
Garcia.
Mr. Garcia. I'm Barnaby Jones, a private investigator. I'd like to ask the manager a few questions.
I am the manager.
Oh. Well, what time do you close in the evening?
Generally at 5 o'clock.
And last night?
At that time. May I ask the purpose of your questions?
Well, there was some sort of a disturbance reported in this area last night. Say, that claret smells good. You wouldn't have a bottle of Cabernet 36 or Zinfandel lying around, would you?
I'm afraid not. Mr. Jones.
Yes, they are getting scared. Was this disturbance reported to you?
No, the winery was locked. We found nothing disturbed this morning when we opened.
You have a night watchman?
Not always. Mr. Jones, I am very busy.
Yes, so am I.
Mr. Jones, we prefer not to have people walking while the plant is operating.
Yeah, I can understand that. Is that a bullet hole?
Well, it's an old building. Who knows what may have taken place here years ago.
True. I think I'll go out that way. Thanks for your time.
You fool!
He was inside before I knew it.
You had to give him a tour of the place?
I couldn't help it. He asked about a disturbance here last night. I think he knows he was brought here.
Which is obvious.
He can't prove anything.
He knows enough. And that's too much.
Barnaby, please.
I'll be all right. See you at night. Okay, driver.
This is a private road, sir.
I know it's a private road, son. Now, you just better get on that phone in there and call whoever's in charge and tell them unless they want it to become a very unprivate road with the police, they better talk to me right away. My name's Barnaby Jones.
Have a duplicate forwarded to the Paris embassy for their information.
That man you hired, Jones, he appeared at the plant this morning.
It seems he deserves his glowing references as a detective. Did you talk to him?
Garcia did.
Yeah.
You should have called his office and told him to keep the money, that his services were no longer needed.
Have Mr. Jones escorted up here, please. Mr. Jones, your instructions were to find John Revis, that I would contact you.
Yes, I know, Mr. Varga.
But just as you had my references checked before you hired me, it's my practice to check the references of all my clients.
I owe you an apology. But, Mr. Jones, it was imperative to me that my visit to this country not be common knowledge. Although, last night, that little episode proves that knowledge is more common than I desired. I have two reasons for being in this country. One of them is to learn the whereabouts of my son, John Revis, as I told you. The other is medical. That knowledge that my health is not what it should be could create unrest in my country. I spent 20 years with some very brave men to topple one of the most cruel dictatorships ever to appear in South America. Any signs of instability in my leadership may well signal the return to conflict.
Simple little phone call to me could have set up a meeting without all the polderroll.
Again, I ask your forgiveness. But so much was at stake, and so much is at stake, that I remained incognito.
The shooting last night.
A revolutionary faction led by a man named Javier. He obviously knows that I'm here in this country, but what he does not know is that I search for my son. That he must never learn.
John Revis.
Yes. Mr. Jones, I'm going to be very frank with you. I have a terminal illness. I have about a year or two to live at the most. Mr. Jones, my country has stability because the name of the Varga is at its head. If the name is carried on, there is a very good chance that stability will carry on. Wine?
No, thank you. Why isn't your son's name DeVarga?
Revis was the name taken by his mother when we separated 20 years ago.
20 years?
Yes. She refused to go with me when I returned to my country to lead the revolution. In changing her name, her moving away, she prevented my son from ever learning who his father was. The fact that he is a DeVarga.
I see.
Mr. Jones, I could not personally conduct a search for my son without calling attention to the fact that I have a wife and a son in this country. Their lives would be in jeopardy. This was taken over 20 years ago. I recently heard that she was seen here in Los Angeles. Such a beautiful woman. Beautiful in every way. You scaring your search, Mr. Jones.
Mrs. Revis. I'm Barnaby Jones. Could I speak to you a moment?
What about?
Juan DeVarga. He feels it's most urgent. He wants to see his son. He hired me to find him.
After 20 years? Mr. Jones, I don't find that request at all touching.
I appreciate your feelings. Your husband feels those years also. But he dedicated that time to the people of his country. Mrs. Revis, your son is 25 years old. Shouldn't he be the one to decide whether he sees his father?
After 20 years? Why? Why would he? There could be only one reason. The old lion
is dying, isn't he?
He learned he has a year, maybe 2 at best.
He had such strength. Yes, perhaps you're right. The boy should make his own decision.
Should I talk to him?
I don't know where he is at the present time. He travels a great deal. He's been very restless since he graduated law school. He telephones, sometimes he visits.
Do you know of any of his close friends who might know where he is?
Well, he seldom talks to me about... He once brought a girl here to dinner, Angela. In talking to her, she told me that she worked at the Bellew fabric shop. It's on the boulevard south of here.
Is there anything you'd like me to tell your husband?
Just that I wish him well.
You must be Angela. You certainly answered the description.
Why, thank you. What can I do for you?
My name is Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator, estates, insurance work. Seems there's a John Revis who is having a sort of an inheritance problem. I know this all sounds very vague, but I'd like to talk to him.
What have I got to do with this John Revis?
His mother referred me to you, said you might be able to help me find him. I understand he moves around a lot.
Yes, he does.
Any idea at all of where he is?
Well, I might be able to find him in one place. If you wait, I can phone.
Sure.
Darling, there's a private investigator named Jones here, asking for John Revis. You mean right now? All right, I'll get him there. He's at a friend's. He asked if we could join him for lunch.
Fine. That is, if the lunch is on me.
That's very kind of you. But you'll probably have a fight on your hands if I know John. There's the dining room off the back entrance.
In that door.
What do we do? Send out for the lunches?
You'll find that I'm not a man to joke with, Mr. Jones.
Doesn't that prove a disadvantage in everyday living?
You will tell me here and now why the Vaga hired you. Mr. Jones, let me handle this. You need not be involved, Javier.
Javier?
You search for a man named John Reves. Why?
What business is that of yours?
I'm John Reves.
You're John Revis? And you're also Javier? One and the same?
That's right. You're surprised?
Mind-boggling. do you say to a meeting with Varga? So you can get together and talk out your differences.
The Varga wanted you to locate me so we could talk.
It's about what it amounts to.
All right. Then let him come here.
Don't think it'd be practical. What about some neutral place, the San Felipe Mission? I could set it up so that you and De Varga could have a nice quiet meeting there.
Were you about to say something else?
How's that suit you? Face-to-face meeting at the mission.
I can't believe he's sincere.
He is? I can set it up in an hour.
Okay. Return his weapon.
What is this?
Return it.
1 hour?
1 hour.
Explain what you are doing.
Meeting with the Varga of the San Felipe mission.
For what purposes?
To talk.
I forbid any such meeting.
You forbid?
I will accept no compromises.
Well, maybe the Varga has become afraid. Maybe he sees it inevitable. He must step down.
The man is a compulsive liar. He does not know what the truth is.
Well, then, of course, I'll know there can't be any compromises.
Yes, and learning that.
Why? Why would he want to talk?
It must be some kind of a trap. He does not know what you look like, neither does his men. Once they learn that, your life is forfeited.
Is the man so devious, so crude?
He's corrupted by power. It's simple as that. Not only will your life be at stake, but all those that follow you. You'll be alone with him. In one precious moment, you can determine the fate of our whole country.
They'd search me for a weapon before the meeting.
Once we learn where in the mission the meeting is at, we'll have a gun hidden there. Don't even listen to him.
No. I will hear him out. That much I promised.
I want you to listen very carefully.
And if Javier doesn't act, all right, then we must go beyond that. Then both of them must go.
Mr. Jones?
I had something to tell you. I thought I'd better do it in person.
Alonso?
I've set up a meeting between you and Javier at the San Felipe mission.
Mr. Jones, you were hired to find my son, John Revis, not to get yourself involved in political affairs.
I found John Revis. Your son is also known as Javier. I didn't tell him anything excepting that Juan de Varga wanted to talk to him. Not even your wife knew of his activities.
Incredible. Unbelievable. Tell me, Mr. Jones, what kind of a man is he? Is my son an intelligent man or just a hothead fanatic?
Well, I don't like to make a judgment after only a few minutes with a man.
That would be up to me to find out. But as Juan de Vargas talking to Javier, not as a father talking to a son.
It makes me kind of nervous. The man you'll be talking to sees your death as the best thing that could happen. Wouldn't it be safer to tell him he's your son right off?
No, Mr. Jones. I would have to find out what kind of a man he really is. That is very important to me. Parras, you wait here with Garcia.
Javier has been searched. He's not armed. Waits for you in the courtyard beyond.
Is there another door to here?
There's a gate out in the rear courtyard, but it's bolted from the inside.
Mr. Balazar anywhere about?
No, sir.
So, you are Javier. I must say, you do not look like much.
But you do. Which proves, doesn't it, appearances are deceiving.
I have heard that you are a lawyer. Lawyers deal in logic, do they not?
Don't waste my time with riddles, huh?
Oh, I forgot. Your time is very precious. 24 hours a day devoted to intrigue.
You talk of intrigue. How many of my men do you have rotting in your prisons?
As many as deserve it. In civilized countries, terrorizing people is not permitted.
Making speeches in a plaza is terrorizing. Huh?
Making speeches to draw the crowds so that the bombs could be more effective? Yes.
That was not our doing.
Perhaps you are not aware of all the tactics your men are using.
The bombs could have been planted by your orders to discredit us.
Javier, you are beginning to bore me.
Is this your idea of a talk? Insults?
Tell me, John.
Don't call me by my familiar name.
Sorry. It came out naturally. Javier, how would you handle it? Let us assume that I was so feeble-minded as to appoint you to a ministry post and tell our people they should support you should I leave office. How would you handle the affairs of state?
Everything you've neglected. A network of roads, of factories. The number of schools should be doubled.
Where's all the money for this? What magic wand would you use?
Force the people to contribute their labor. Force every man and every woman to work.
Force the people against their will?
These people are peasants, 50 years behind the times. What they need are orders, not requests.
Javier, I am their leader. I am their servant. I suggest, then I obey their wishes. They are a little slower, but that is their way. That is the democratic process. Yes, they are only peasants, and so was I once. But even a peasant must feel that he is a man of importance, that he has a voice in his own destiny. Freedom cannot be qualified. It cannot be spooned out or rationed like you would ration any. The fool's answer to logic.
An answer to total deception.
You would be a leader, Javier, and not know when a man lies? Have you not learned how to read the truth in a man's face? Is there no doubt in your mind that I am anything else but the man you see and listen to? I see a slight doubt there. A doubt from the very minute we stood here face to face. Do you agree? Javier, there's something important I want to say to you. Come with me to the car.
Why would you want to protect me?
Is it strange for a man to protect his own flesh and blood? You have changed so little.
And you have changed much.
Not here.
John, I think I'll say goodbye here. They're having an important talk.
Yes, but she won't come with us. The hurt is too deep. Mr. Jones, it was a great pleasure meeting you.
Well, I don't know if I can call it a pleasure, but it was an experience. know, you seem to make a lot of snap judgments, and your batting average is not too high.
What do you mean?
You've underestimated your father again.
Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production, starring Buddy Ebsen, also starring Lee Merriweather, Mark Sheriff, with guest stars Susan Howard, Michael Basilione, special guest star Granville Van Dusen. Tonight's episode, Yesterday's Terror.
Hi, Sandy. You're making your rounds a little earlier than usual, aren't you?
Oh, Mrs. Dunsley, ever since your husband announced he's taking that big job in London, he's become a real Simon Legree about getting things ship-shape.
The point is, Tom, that there wouldn't be any flack from the press if the Treasury Department's PR people said up front that my appointment to the World Bank isn't going to create a conflict of interest. Well, that's why my first move was to put my firm into a blind trust. Uh-huh. Right. I thought you were going to see about closing down the beach house. We leave for London in 3 days.
I have to stop by St. Angela's first.
Uh-huh. All right. All right. Well, give me 5 or 6 weeks to get my feet wet at the World Bank, and then you can set up all the in-depth interviews you want, okay? Bye.
Did you forget to make out the check?
Check.
For the television sets, the girls at St. Angela's? You may not realize it, but those sets are just as important as any of the billion-dollar loans you make.
Darling, I'm very proud of the work you're doing at St. Angela's, but don't you think that contributing color TV sets and all those other frills to a home for unwed mothers makes life there just a little too attractive for your fallen angels?
And what would you have me do with them, hmm? Take them out and stone them to death like they did in the olden days?
You know what else they did in the olden days?
What?
Well, the one with the muscles threw the one with the long, fluttering eyelashes over his shoulder and took her to his cave.
Yeah?
Sometimes they weren't seen again for weeks.
Weeks, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's all right, Sandy. I have just realized that my wardrobe is incomplete. See, I'm going to have to rush out and buy myself a pair of long, fluttering eyelashes.
like I always taught my girls, Treasure. Never keep a John waiting. Or he might take his action somewhere else.
Look, I ask you not to call me Treasure anymore. Here.
Is this bonds?
I've given you my money. I've sold most of my jewelry. I'm sorry, but that's the best that I can do.
I don't know anything about this kind of paper.
They're bearer bonds, fully negotiable. There's not a fence in the world that wouldn't give you 65% of their face value.
So I net out of this about 30,000, huh?
Yeah. You add it to the rest of the money I've already given you, and I figure that makes us even.
When was it you said you were heading for London? End of the week?
Yeah, Friday.
She'll give you plenty of time to dip into the well one more time.
No, I won't. I won't.
Look, Treasure. Maybe this guy you hooked loves you enough to say, so what, if I tell him you were once one of my top stars. But what about the newspapers? Hell, he'd be lucky to end up as dog catcher after the circus they'd make of it.
You're never gonna stop.
Look, I took you out of a dime store soda fountain and made you the flashiest trick in the business. Now you're Mrs. God Rocks and I end up in the gutter. You owe me, you dig?
Look, you gotta give me some time. I can't go back there today.
Well, nobody's rushing you. Tomorrow'll be just fine. And, try and grab a bigger handful of bonds this time. About $100,000 worth, and I'm out of your life for good.
Then I put the bonds in the cart and started off on my rounds, same as I always do.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Wright. I'll be all for now. Well, Barnaby, looks like your insurance company's getting off easy on this one.
Well, I assure you that California Meridian Insurance Company isn't exactly doing a jig over losing $53,000.
Could have been a lot worse. There must be over $1 million worth of bonds in here. If it was one of the employees, why would they settle for a mere $53,000 worth from Miss Wright's cart?
Well, if it was one of the employees, maybe they didn't have access to this room.
Or it could be a simple case of the bonds being mislaid. Are you sure these premises were searched thoroughly?
Twice. We didn't finish the second search until 4 this morning.
All right, Mr. Dunsley. I'll be in touch. Come up with anything, you let me know, Barnaby.
Oh, Sandy. This is the man from the insurance company, Barnaby Jones.
How do you do?
I told him you'd be happy to cooperate if he had any questions.
I've already told the lieutenant everything I know.
Well, it never hurts to take a second look at things. Sometimes you pick up bits and pieces that enable everybody to get home in time for supper.
The bonds were in the cart when I left the file room, and were gone by the time I was supposed to deliver them to Mr. Jordan's office. That's all I can tell you.
Is this the cart that you use?
Yes?
Do you usually bring it into the office when you deliver the bonds?
No, usually I'll leave it in front of the door, but it's never out of my sight for more than a moment or two.
Well, in a moment or two, somebody passing by could possibly lift something out of it. How long has Miss Wright worked for you?
Oh, about 3 years. Sandy is one of my top people. You don't suspect her, do you?
Well, if it does turn out to be an inside job, by definition, it usually turns out to be someone you trust. I'd like to have a list of all your employees.
Of course.
And ask the receptionist if she can provide me with a list of all the clients who came by her desk yesterday morning.
This way.
Mrs. Dunsley?
Francis, remember? Sit down, sit down. You don't need to be standing. How are you?
Fine.
Good. Oh, Blue. Something tells me that you expect it to be a boy.
Uh-huh. Even picked out a name for him. Troy, after my father.
Your father?
So I don't know who my father really is. But little Troy doesn't have to know that.
Little Troy will know who his father is. Sister Mary told me about your boyfriend getting out of jail.
Yeah. Rudy called a while ago from that halfway house where he's staying. Said he was coming over.
I think it's terrific. I hope you'll be very happy.
You don't think I'm going to marry him? I'm afraid of him. That's the only reason I agreed to see him. I mean, he's a killer.
Sister Mary told me that it was just a bar fight, an accident.
That's what everybody thought. So they put him away for 8 months and call it manslaughter. But I was there. Rudy meant to kill that man. And it wasn't just because he made a pass at me. Rudy likes hurting people. Here comes Dreamboat now. Look at him. He even walks like he's looking for trouble. Stick around, you'll see.
No, honey, I have an appointment. I promise I'll talk to you before I leave.
Hey, Treasure, take a card.
Why are you following me? I told you that you would have to wait.
You said tomorrow. This is tomorrow.
There is a private investigator, police all over the place. Now, you're just going to have to give me a couple of weeks, at least until things have quieted down.
You're talking like you're holding the cards, not me. Remember, Mrs. Dunsley, there's also a little murder rap waiting for you back in Miami.
Murder? You really are a creep, aren't you?
Ace of spades. Guilty as charged.
That John was a beast, a sadist, and you knew it when you set him up with me.
Didn't give you any call to push him down a flight of stairs.
He would have strangled me. Look, I was just trying to protect myself.
Case is still open as a homicide. Now, they know that John had a hooker in the room with him. They just don't know who the hooker is. Yet.
Look, my husband is out of the office for the rest of the day. I have no excuse to go back there. You're just going to have to wait until tomorrow.
Sure. As long as you get those bonds to me before that big bird takes off for London.
That's right, an inter-office delivery card. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Collins. I appreciate that.
As well, thank you. No, I'm sorry too, right. Bye-bye. Anything?
No. All the clients who were at Dunsley's yesterday were either coming in by brokers or they weren't anywhere near the executive hallway.
No, I'm afraid I haven't done much better with this list of employees.
Barnaby, look who I found. Barnaby. Betty, my dear. Beautiful as ever.
Oh, yes, I know, Howie. And if only I had enough money to afford you.
Do you know where I found him? I found him hanging around Superior Court, making passes at rich divorcees.
Oh, Howie, when will you ever learn?
You think some other guy isn't helping my ex spend the alimony I pay her? I figure one hand washes the other.
Well, now, Howie, you help us, and maybe we'll chip in on your next monthly payment.
Yeah, JR's been filling me in about those missing bonds. They're on the griddle.
Howie figures that the Dunsley bonds are too hot right now and that none of the regular fencers want to get caught with that kind of heat in their inventory.
You figure they're still up for grabs?
And they'll stay that way, unless some hotshot knows a way to travel the bonds out of the country. You know, to where they don't look too close at serial numbers.
If we come up with such a buyer, you come up with a seller?
Well, there is this dude who seems to be always plugged in on everything. Ask him for an elephant and he'll come up with Dumbo. Only he, might be a little tough to find just now.
Well, here's a little finding money. And, this is for when you set him up for us.
Okay. But be careful on this one, Barnaby.
Why, do you know something we don't?
No. It's just that nothing about this caper hit me as professional. It smells more like a juggling act by an amateur. And amateurs scare me because you never know what they're liable to do.
There.
Listen, tell him to kill that beer and send over 2 scat tracks over there. Okay. What does it make the action kind of slow up down?
No, I'm just waiting for somebody.
Wait. Anybody keep a fox like you waiting should have his screw turned.
Well, you're not so bad yourself.
No. You know, I've been watching you ever since I left the halfway house. You've been following me.
Well, I've just been trying to figure out your sign.
Why? Is it showing?
Aggressive. Sees what he wants, goes after it. What is it? Scorpio or Taurus?
Rudy. It's just plain old Rudy to my pals. What do your pals call you? Huh?
That ought to cover it.
You know, just so we understand each other, if you're trying to say something to me, say it in words. Big numbers like this sort of confuse me.
All right. There's a man who's trying to hurt me. And I want to hire somebody to stop him.
Isn't that what the cops are for? Why don't you go to them?
I'll just scare him off. He'll come back. I want this man stopped permanently.
So you figure all you have to do is come into a place like this, go eeny, meeny, miny, moe, and pick yourself out someone to take care of your problem, right?
Well.
A minute ago I asked you what your name was. You didn't tell me what it was.
Let's just say that I'm the lady who's going to give you $2,000 after you've done the job.
Well, it looks like you just might have bought yourself some peace of mind. Here's to the money, lady.
Splendid collection, isn't it, Miss Roberts? Miss Roberts?
Oh, yes, they're magnificent.
Are you sure you won't join me in breakfast?
Oh, thank you, no, Mr. Ordway. Mr. Davidson and I have already eaten.
Those particular pieces have been completely remounted. I can guarantee the original owners would never be able to identify them.
I don't doubt your professional competence, Mr. Ordway, but this isn't the type of merchandise that we were looking for, is it, madam?
Oh, well, it would certainly sell beautifully if we had clients in the Middle East. All that excess oil money. It's a pity.
Let me understand something. When Howie Spiller called to say that he couldn't handle your action, to ask if I was interested, I was led to believe that you were both in a position to travel top-grade merchandise overseas.
Well, possibly Mr. Spiller should have been a little more specific. You see, our contacts are in Athens and Rome, and our people are looking to put their money in a paper.
You mean stocks? Bonds?
Yes, if they're untraceable.
Our clients have large sums of undeclared cash that they wish converted into something small and safe.
It sounds like you're after bearer bonds. The kind the papers mentioned were stolen just recently.
Yes, I read where they were missing. If they were stolen and you could get a hold of them, you might do perfectly.
Well, that might be possible, Mr. Davidson. How much can you use?
We work on a very small percentage. It'd have to be 50,000 or upwards, or it wouldn't be worth the risk.
Yes, and we are leaving this afternoon for San Francisco to see some people who might be able to help us up there. So if you're interested, Mr. Ordway, it will have to be fast.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. We'll call you in a few hours.
Yeah. Ordway, do you still have the merchandise?
I still have them.
You're in luck. I think I can make a deal for all you're holding. And more.
100,000 more?
You've got a deal. But we don't have much time.
Yeah, well, this afternoon okay? About 1 o'clock. Is that okay?
No, sooner.
Where do I meet you?
The Circle Shopping Center in Northridge, the east end of the parking lot, and make it 11 o'clock, not a minute later.
Yeah, right. Yes, Mrs. Dunsley, please. What's the get-up for?
I didn't want to be recognized in case we were seen together.
Well, just hand over the bonds. You won't have to worry about that again.
I'm gonna need another hour.
Are you trying to pull something?
I told you, I can't go to the office unless my husband's there. He's on his way now.
All right. I'll have to stall my guy. Just hurry it up.
Look, for old time's sake, I'm gonna ask you just one more time. Let me off the hook.
You're wasting time.
$53,000? What happened to the other 100,000?
There's been a hang-up. It'll take another hour.
An hour? That's cutting it pretty short.
Come on, I'll buy you a drink.
No, I've got to make another stop. Come over to my house when you get the rest. I'll take them off your hands then.
Betty, hi, let me speak to Barnaby. That station wagon right there.
You asleep?
I don't know. He's been that way ever since Ordway left, about 20 minutes ago.
Let's have a look.
Is he dead?
You call Lieutenant Biddle.
Illinois driver's license. Name mean anything to you?
Calvin Timothy Green.
Nope. Local bank account. Mr. Green was doing all right for himself. Total's almost $12,000.
3 deposits in the last 10 days.
Also found 11 of these $100 bills in a money belt.
But you found no trace of the bonds?
No. You think it could have been some of this money you saw Ordway handing back to Green, not the bonds?
Well, to tell you the truth, Lieutenant, I don't get to see $100 bills that often that I wouldn't know the difference.
Maybe Ordway can shed some light on that when you pick him up.
Already got out an APB on him. Shouldn't take long. I'll let you know as soon as we got it.
Darling, it's our going away party.
I know. But I promised that I would get the money to St. Angela's before we left for London. No, would you cash this for me?
This is the check I gave you yesterday.
Well, Sister Mary felt that when the girls were ready to leave, a cash gift would be more useful. You know, it would sort of help them on their way.
I only have $1,300 on hand.
That'll have to do. I'm sorry, darling. But I promise this won't take long. Okay?
Good evening.
Good evening.
I hope I'm not too late for the party.
Not at all. Francis, I don't think I know this man.
Oh, this is the man from St. Angela's. He's on the Committee for Charities, isn't that right?
I'm Ed Dunsley. I'm one of your biggest customers.
Rudy Markham. I'm very big on charities and that sort of stuff.
Rudy. Yes, you must be here for the donation. Sister Mary must have wanted to save me the trip. Here.
It's cool. Well, you're a little short, but who's counting?
Well, if that's all...
Oh, no, I can't leave without giving Mrs. Dunsley a receipt. It's tax deductible. You get a pencil?
There's one in the study. Francis.
This way. How the hell did you find me?
You left tracks, as they say. Hey, your husband, he really does okay, doesn't he?
How much more do you want?
Is that what you think, that I came here to shake you down?
Let's get it over with.
Look, the bonds I took from the mark should bring in plenty, together with the money you just gave me. That's gonna do me just fine.
Well, then what is it you want?
I like you.
You what?
I like you. I think you're about the prettiest woman I've ever known.
You came here after what happened with my husband and all my friends out there to tell me that you like me.
You've been giving me the eye, haven't you?
I gave you the eye?
Yeah.
I think you had better leave right now.
And if I don't want you to call the cops? Listen, I like you. You like me. What's so bad about that?
Look, this is insane. If you like me, then go away and leave me alone.
Francis, you got this all wrong. It's not like I'm asking you to give all this up to marry me or nothing like that. But that doesn't mean we can't see each other all the time.
Francis? Oh, you're still here.
We've been talking about this charity business. It's so...
I didn't mean to interrupt, but we're about to serve dinner, so...
Oh, well, thank you. That's an invitation. I appreciate it. That's nice.
Coming, Francis.
Yes, I'll be out in a minute.
Forgot one thing, Ordway. You switched the diamond in this one, only the ring itself happens to match one from the Morrison job in Palm Springs.
All right. Maybe you can nail me for receiving stolen goods, but not for murder. I hardly even knew this Cal Green.
You were seen in the station wagon with him haggling over the bond.
If I stuck a knife into him for the bonds, where are they? Where? Your men found everything else I was holding.
Take Mr. Ordway back to the holding cell till the district attorney's people get here.
Got anything from Ordway?
Yeah, the creeps. JR, when Ordway got out of that station wagon, did he stop on the driver's side to say anything to Cal Green?
No, he just walked toward his car and drove off.
Coroner's preliminary report. You didn't see anybody else approach that wagon?
I guess somebody could have when I went to the phone booth to call Barnaby, but that wasn't for more than half a minute.
It must have been when it happened, John. Green was killed by a knife thrust from the left side.
At a downward angle. The killer must have come at him through the driver's side window.
Well, that definitely rules out Ordway, but it still leaves us with how Green got those bonds and where they are now.
Did you get a home address on Green from his bank account?
General delivery. It's like his Illinois driver's license. Maybe Miami can do better for us.
You got something from Miami?
Yeah, it seems the Chicago police are holding a Miami warrant on Mr. Green for, as it's politely put, soliciting women for immoral purposes.
He was a pimp?
I'll let you in on all the seamy details when I get the TWX on his complete record.
We'll be waiting on your phone call, John.
Get in.
Hey, you know, my luck's changing. You're right on time. You look good in blue.
Here. Take it. It was my mother-in-law's. And you should be able to get at least $5,000 for it. And that's the end of it. Do you understand?
Hey, I told you I got enough to last us for a while. Then it'll probably come in handy after we get back from Mexico, so.
We? What are you talking about?
You've been there? It's fantastic. Especially a place called Guadalajara. Hey, when that sun goes down and those stars come out twinkling like a million flashlights at night.
It's beautiful.
You're really serious, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm serious. Your husband's gonna be out of the country, ain't he? So what he don't know's not gonna hurt him, right? Could tell right away we're from the same part of town. I'm really crazy about you, Francine.
My husband and I are leaving for London this afternoon. And if you do anything to mess it up, I swear I'll kill you.
Couldn't kill anything, Francie. If you could kill someone, what you been needing me for? You wouldn't have needed me to begin with. And on the other hand, about your husband, if he starts getting in the way, you better start thinking of a good funeral for him.
What are you talking about?
Well, maybe it's not a bad idea. You know, if he was put out of the way, you'd inherit all of his loot, and you and I could do our thing out in the open.
Look, okay. No, okay. Yeah, look. I'll do anything that you say. Just don't let anything happen to Ed.
Well, that's something to keep in mind. What time do you leave the house for the airport?
1 o'clock.
I'll be over right after 1 o'clock, okay? Hey, put a six-pack on ice, will you? Is that TWX from Miami?
Mm-hmm. Full background on alias Calvin Green. Real name, Calvin Garrison. And as you can see, procuring was not the only thing that Miami wished to discuss with him.
Homicide.
It seems that one of the girls from his prostitution stable is suspected of killing a client. Green was wanted as a material witness for questioning.
5 years ago.
That's about the time he took off for parts unknown while he was out on bail.
What happened to the girl?
Never found. Oh, she had some prior arrests for prostitution. That's further on down.
Patricia Collier. Interesting. I wonder if her name is now Sandy Wright.
The file clerk at Dunsley's brokerage company?
Where's Jedediah?
Oh, my gosh, I forgot. He's still down at Lieutenant Biddle's waiting for you to show up where you were supposed to show up.
Tell him to ask Lieutenant Biddle to rush me a wire photo of Patricia Collier.
All right, and you? Am I going to have to tie a little bell around your neck to know where you are?
I'll be having a talk with Sandy Wright.
Francis, where are you?
Yes, Sister Mary. I did promise her that. Well, if you think it's that serious, of course I'll come over. Yes.
What is it?
Do you know the girl that I told you about at St. Mary's? Mary Jo? Well, she's in labor. And when they told her that I couldn't be with her like I promised, well, she went into hysterics. They were afraid for the baby.
You know, I can't postpone the flight there. They're holding off an emergency meeting until I get there.
Well, there's no reason for you to. I'll take the flight tomorrow.
Phone doesn't work. I had it disconnected this morning. Tall lie like that at a time like this, you must have had a pretty good reason for wanting to stay.
Yes, I do.
What kind of trouble are you in, Fran? Can't you tell me?
No, not now. Look, it's just something...
All right. I'll just cancel my flight.
There's no reason for you to. I only need one more day.
Just my bags. I love you, Fran.
Go ahead.
All right, I'll have a reservation on a flight tomorrow. Are you okay?
I'll be there.
No, I've never seen this man. I've never even heard of him before all this. Should I have?
Well, I thought it might be possible. He was operating out of Miami about the time you were there.
Miami? Well, I stopped off there once for a couple of days, but...
You were registered with an employment office there for 10 months. If that's a mistake, I could keep checking.
No, that won't be necessary. I worked for data counting when I first got to Miami. After I quit, I hung around the beach waiting for another job until I decided to head west.
Any particular reason why you didn't mention that in your application here?
You see, I had to quit data counting because the boss there made certain demands. Know what I mean?
And you're afraid Mr. Dunsley wouldn't understand?
Well, you can imagine the kind of recommendation that Lech would have given me if Mr. Dunsley had asked for one. Is that all?
Yes, thank you, Sandy.
Barnaby, this is the Miami Wire photo of Patricia Collier. And look at this. It's a picture of Mr. Dunsley and his wife.
Sandy.
Really, Mr. Jones, I have to finish these deliveries or I'll never get lunch.
Just one more question. When you discovered that the bonds were missing, did you notice whether Mrs. Dunsley was in the vicinity?
Mrs. Dunsley?
Yeah, did you see her? Was she in the building?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did.
Why didn't you mention this to me or to the police?
Well, you wanted to know about employees or clients. Mrs. Dunsley? Mrs. Dunsley's Mr. Dunsley's wife.
What the hell's going on?
It's a celebration. What does it look like? My husband's on his way to Europe, and I wind up with you. I think that's something to celebrate about, don't you?
Come on, Francie. I'm not so hard to take, so why don't you just plain old cool it, huh?
Here, you gonna celebrate or not?
All right. I tell you something, Francie. You won't have no regrets. You played straight with me, I'll play straight with you, Skull. You know something?
What?
Why go to Mexico? With a palace like this to live it up in, we don't have to go anywhere.
Rudy, what about Mary Jo?
What about Mary Jo?
Well, I mean, she should be having your baby any time now. Don't you want the baby?
Are you kidding? That's what I went to see Mary Jo about, to tell her it was okay with me if she got rid of the kid. And you know what she had the nerve to tell me? To get lost. Can you believe that?
You know, Rudy, you just keep saying the wrong things.
Hey, wait.
I really didn't want it to be like this.
You blow me away, you get tagged for murder one sure as payday.
No, I don't think so. I mean, look around. Look at the mess you made when you tried to attack me. And I think the police will believe me when I tell them how you broke in and I had to shoot you to protect myself.
Sounds like you got company.
Don't you move.
Okay, Francie, now you be a good girl now. Come on. Come on, let's move.
Mrs. Dunkley?
Yes?
My name is Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator. This is my associate, Jedediah. Your husband probably told you I've been working on the matter of...
My husband isn't here. And if you'll excuse me, I'm very busy.
This is very important.
It's about the bonds that were stolen from your husband's firm.
I don't know anything about my husband's business.
Frankly, it can probably be proven that you took the bonds.
That's ridiculous.
Inside, both of you. Come on. See, I told you you needed me, Francie.
Rudy, forget it. It is all over.
Better listen to the lady.
No. You think I'm crazy enough to give all this up? Not on your life, not on both of your lives.
There are no bullets in the gun. It's empty. Well, Rob, I couldn't kill anybody. I just did this hoping I could scare you away.
I'll take that.
Lady said, it's all over.
Mrs. Dunsley says you can get her husband's London phone number from his office.
Would you call him for me, please?
Yes, of course. What would you like me to say?
I don't know, really. I guess, just tell him that I'm sorry. And that I never really meant to hurt anybody. It just seemed like I never had a choice.
Well, maybe you did. Maybe if you'd gone to your husband when Green first started blackmailing.
No, I don't think Ed would have understood.
Are you sure?
Where'd it go?
Well, let's go, Jedediah. I have one lousy phone call to make.
Barnaby Jones, starring Buddy Ebsen, also starring Lee Merriweather, with guest stars Andrew Prine, Catherine Justice, Vincent Van Patten. Tonight's episode, Day of the Viper.
Set for the kill. He can smell the desert. That's his home. And he'd kill us to get there. Take the loot, Kevin.
No.
I said take it. Get him into the cage. Go on, boy. Not bad. Now, tomorrow you'll go out to the mine and bring one back all by yourself. We'll have ourselves quite a collection by the time we're finished.
Why? You know I hate those things. Why do you make me keep them around?
So you'll learn to face what you're afraid of. No matter what it is. When I'm gone, you're going to have to make your way alone. I just want you to grow up. To be a man. Anyone would want that for his son.
I'm not your son.
You sure don't let me forget that sometimes. But like it or not, I'm responsible.
You don't really care about me. I'm just something you think you can make into whatever you like. I wish I never came here.
You're going to regret those words one day, Kevin.
No, I'm not.
Operator. Operator. Sorry I'm late. I was held up in court. Anything urgent come up?
Liza Mills is here. I told her she could wait inside. She seemed pretty upset. Here's the coffee I promised you, Liza.
Thanks, Betty. Since I've been standing there, exactly 113 cars have gone by that window, and that's just east to west.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep you waiting that long.
Oh, you didn't. What I mean is, 60 miles from here in the desert, we don't see that much traffic in a whole month.
I'm sure you want those trial notes typed.
Please.
Excuse me.
Well, right. You know, I haven't seen you since you were the brightest student in the sociology class at Pacific Western College. At least you were the only one who seemed to understand my lecture.
Well, I'm afraid I haven't made much use of all that complicated education.
I hear you went back to the ranch.
I felt I should help Papa try to make a go of things. We never hit it rich, but we managed to get along. Till Papa died.
Yes, Betty told me. I'm sorry, Liza.
I had to be in L.A. to take care of some legal business with the estate. I remembered your office was nearby, so I came up to say hello and hear a few kind words.
I'm glad you did. Is that all?
No. I haven't been able to sleep very well lately. Thoughts come and they keep me awake.
What kind of thoughts?
About what a careful man Papa always was.
Accidents happen, Liza.
I know. It was an accident. That's what they all said at the inquest. But I couldn't help wondering, since my stepbrother Kevin almost got bitten last month, Papa made sure that we each had our own snake bite kit. He kept his in the den bathroom. It was missing on the day he was killed.
Did you mention that at the inquest?
Yes. They said it wasn't evidence of anything, that he could have mislaid it. Oh, that's true. I mean, Papa could have lost it anywhere on the ranch. But I can't get rid of these thoughts. I need help, Barnaby. Someone to show me for sure that it was an accident. So I can sleep again. I found him in here when I came home at 7. The snake was still in the room. According to the coroner, Papa died somewhere between 5 and 6.
I wonder how come he didn't call out for help.
There wasn't anyone who'd hear. Kevin was the only one at home. He'd gone to his room. He didn't even know what had happened until after I came home.
You could have gone out looking for him or used a telephone.
Papa had a cardiac condition. The coroner said that the shock of the snake bite might have brought on a heart attack. Papa might have died before he could call for help.
Liza, did your father have strong words with anyone on or off the ranch recently?
My papa was a strong man, Barnaby.
He had strong ideas about the way people ought to live, especially those close to him, like Kevin. And Kevin, well, sometimes he'd get his back up and explode if he felt Papa was pushing him too hard.
Did it ever get violent?
What you're asking is, could Kevin have ever harmed Papa? The answer is no. With all the arguing, Kevin worshiped Papa. Papa took him in when he was an orphan. All Kevin ever wanted was for Papa to look on him as his own son.
Hey there.
Oh, I'm glad you're back. Jim Howard, meet Barnaby Jones.
Oh, howdy. Well, I'm sorry I couldn't be here to meet you, Mr. Jones. Liza's told me a lot about you. Listen, I saw Mr. Meadows at the land office, and he's going to try to find a buyer for the property.
Oh, you're planning on selling the ranch?
Well, Liza is. I just take orders. So we're married anyway. Then I get to be the boss, at least on national holidays. In the meantime, I could eat 10 horses.
Oh, well, would you settle for some very large hamburgers?
You talked me into it. Would you stay for lunch, Mr. Jones?
But I'm afraid I can't today, thanks. I want to see the sheriff before I go home.
In that case, I get his hamburger.
If you're that hungry, I better get started. I'll let you know when they're ready.
Okay. What do you want to see the sheriff about, Mr. Jones?
I just want to check out a few facts. Eliza wants to make sure your father's death was an accident.
I know that it's difficult for Liza to face the fact that her father's dead, but he is. Now, I think that the best thing for her is to get back to a normal life.
Well, her father was killed in his own home by a rattlesnake, which isn't exactly a normal event.
Mm-hmm. Well, playing private eye isn't going to bring Mr. Mills back either.
Mr. Howard, I play at a lot of things. Horseshoe pitching with a neighbor's grandchildren. Odd game of poker now and then. I even take a crack at the crossword puzzle in the Sunday paper. But I never play with murder.
Murder? Well, that's the first time that word's come up.
And maybe it'll be the last time.
But you don't think so?
I want to tell you about a fact I learned when I was 8 years old exploring the hills with my daddy. A rattlesnake will usually give out a very loud warning just before it strikes, because it doesn't want to tangle with people any more than we want to tangle with it. I don't mind telling you, but those things make me a little nervous. Very good. I don't think I'd have the nerve to get within 2 miles of one of those.
Sure. He would have been real proud of me.
Your father?
He wasn't my real father. My father died a long time ago.
Yes, I know what it feels like to lose someone you love, even though you didn't see eye to eye all the time. You know, I used to collect snakes when I was about your age. Nothing as deadly as these, though.
Yeah, my stepdad used to save them for some labs so they could take the venom. Who are you? Really?
Barnaby Jones, private detective. I'm out here to find out about Mr. Mills' death.
You think my stepdad was murdered?
Now, why did you ask me that question?
That's what detectives do, isn't it?
Well, this particular detective is happier when he's getting people out of trouble, not getting them in.
I guess I'm in trouble.
Why?
Because I'm the one who gets blamed when things go wrong. I'm incorrigible.
Incorrigible? Who told you that?
It was in my report at the foster home before I came here. If my stepdad was murdered, people are going to say I did it.
Incorrigible is an awful big word that I think some people use when they don't know how to deal with a young man of spirit.
Doesn't matter what you think. Doesn't matter what anybody thinks.
That's right, Kevin. It's what you know inside that counts. It's a picture of the bar glass?
Right, sir. We found it on the victim's carpet. Now, the lab reports that there was no whiskey in the glass, only water.
Bill, I think it's time to make a highway run.
Oh, yeah. Right, Sheriff.
Looks like you and my deputy are hitting it off right well. Maybe you and me ought to get introduced.
Barnaby Jones, private investigator. Liza Mills hired me to look into her father's death.
You figure us country folks can't conduct an investigation?
No, I'm a country boy just like you, Sheriff. I've been watching, and you've been handling this pretty smart. The way you let people figure that the investigation was closed and then bringing out these clues one at a time.
Clues?
Yeah, like this lab report. Andrew Mills had his regular whiskey at 5 o'clock every day. If there was only water in the glass, that means that the rattler could have struck between the time he put in the ice and the time he reached in the cabinet for the whiskey.
So you think the snake might have been hiding in the liquor cabinet?
Could be. That would explain why Andrew didn't get any warning before the snake struck.
Now, just how do you explain how a snake gets inside a closed liquor cabinet?
I don't know, unless somebody put him there.
Why'd anybody want to kill Andrew Mills? Didn't have anything worth stealing.
Well, he had the ranch, he had a few head of cattle, some horses.
He had 3,500 acres of sand, scrub, and rattlesnakes. Well, that's hardly worth insulting a man for, let alone killing him.
What about that mine your deputy mentioned?
Silver. That's played out 50 years ago. Andrew Mills was planning to put up some kind of industrial development on the site.
Well, wouldn't that have increased the value of the land?
Maybe. But murder, that's a pretty big step to take when you're not even sure it's going to pay off. And in the end, there's only two people who'd cash in on it. Andrew Mills' children. You say one of them did it?
Not necessarily. Andrew Mills' death was probably the end of any possibility of industrial development around the mine, which might have been exactly what somebody wanted.
Why?
I don't know why. Any more than I know how a rattlesnake got into a liquor cabinet by himself, or how a man can't open the door of his own den, or how an anti-venom kid gets up and walks away.
That's a whole lot of no answers.
Yeah. We sure got ourselves a whole lot of questions.
Kevin? Liza told me you were headed down to the mine. She's worried.
I can take care of myself.
Well, that's what I told her, but you know, your sister's no one to argue with.
I'm going in the mine.
Now, Kevin, you know there are rattlesnakes in there. You almost got bitten yourself a while back.
I know. That's why I've got to go in there. I've been afraid to go back in there. My dad said I'd have to face down my fears or I'd never have any peace.
You know, comes a time in a man's life when he stops trying to prove that his life is worth something. He goes out and he lives his life.
That man who was here, Mr. Jones, he's here to find out if my stepdad was murdered.
Kevin, in the world we live in, nobody cares about truth or lies or innocence or guilt.
When something bad happens, they look for somebody to blame. Usually somebody who can't answer back or can't fight back by themselves.
What do you mean?
This Mr. Jones doesn't owe us anything. He's out to find himself a killer, and he might decide that you're as good a candidate as anybody.
I didn't kill my father.
I know you didn't. Just like I know how careful you were about those snakes. I know that you made sure every one of them were back in their cages and that you shut the cage doors just like you were supposed to. I know you didn't forget and leave one of them out by mistake.
Kevin? Kevin, you all right? Hey, I thought we were friends.
Mr. Jones, I think I killed my stepfather.
Oh.
There was a rattler missing the day my father was killed. I can't be sure if I closed the cage or not.
When did that thought come to you?
Today. Well, I was at the mine and Mr. Howard came by. I don't know how it came up, but he knows I didn't leave the cage door open.
Well, he just wanted to reassure you, is that it?
Yeah, I guess so. But it made me feel worse. Because I couldn't be sure I closed the cage. My dad and I had a fight. I wished he was dead. Then he was dead.
Kevin, I think you closed that cage. And even if you didn't, it's not likely that snake could have found its way into your father's den.
I wish Mr. Howard could have told me that.
Kevin, Mr. Howard is a smart man, but maybe he doesn't know everything.
all right?
Yeah, for a fellow who was almost a meal for a bunch of rattlesnakes, I'm fine.
I saw you headed for the mine. I came up to warn you. Don't you know about those snakes?
Yeah, I knew they were in there. What I didn't understand was how come a couple of them showed up behind me just as I was leaving.
Well, Mr. Jones, the only thing I know about rattlesnakes is they got the right of way.
Lucky thing I found that kerosene lantern. Wonder how it got in a mine that nobody uses anymore.
Kevin comes up here quite a lot.
Yeah, I noticed you spent a little time here, too.
Just surveying the property. Liza's eager to get it sold.
Yes, I wanted to talk to you about that. I stopped by the real estate office today, and it seems that the price that you're asking is about 3 times more than the amount that anybody ever paid for land in this area before. Almost looks as if you're trying not to sell.
Why would I want to do a thing like that?
I don't know. Just like I don't know what a nest of rattlesnakes is doing in that mine when they weren't there a month ago.
Who told you that?
Liza. I stopped by to ask directions to the mine. She said Kevin had been exploring it for years. Never saw any snakes till just last month when he was almost bitten.
Well, like I said, I don't know a thing about rattlers.
You do know they can kill a man.
We'd all be smart to know that, wouldn't we, Mr. Jones? I'd hate to see what happened to Mr. Mills happen again.
I'll keep that in mind, Mr. Howard. I wonder if you could issue me a card so that I could take this out for a day or so?
Sure. Rattlesnakes of the American desert. I hope you don't intend this for late night reading, Mr. Jones.
How did you know my name?
My brother is president of Desert Wells Land Company. And when I saw you coming out, I asked him, Lucas, who is that handsome man you were talking to? And he said that's Mr. Barnaby Jones, the famous investigator.
Well, that's very flattering of you, Miss...
Deborah Meadows.
Meadows.
If it's the local kind you're interested in, I could probably tell you as much as that book can.
Well, maybe you could. The desert rattler. Do they usually make their nests in caves or mines?
No, you'd be more likely to find them out in the open where they can hunt natural game for food.
Well, supposing that somebody put a bunch of rattlers in a cave and wanted to keep them there, is that possible?
You can do that if you brought food to them.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Meadows. You've been a great help. I don't think I'll be taking this book after all. This was only taken out once in the last year.
That's right. It was last month.
Who took it out? I mean, do you have records? I'm just curious.
I don't have to do that. I remember checking it out to that nice young man who was going to marry Liza Mills, Jim Howard.
Mr. Howard? Liza told me you were coming into town to buy some tools. Figured on doing some digging?
Putting up some new fencing. Anything wrong?
Oh, nothing all that serious. I just want to tell you that it's a pleasure to meet somebody these days who is modest about his attainments.
Well, if you're talking about me, I'm not sure I deserve the compliment.
Oh, I think you do. You told me you didn't know anything about snakes. I bet you picked up a barn full of facts from this.
You know, you're quite a detective, Mr. Jones.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I just go poking around. People kind of throw things my way.
Oh, no. I'd say that you were very, very good. You know, if I was a man with a guilty conscience, I'd be awfully worried if I had you coming after me.
Well, you don't seem to be worried.
I'm not. You see, I took out that book, but not for myself.
What'd you take it out for?
For Kevin. He was becoming interested in the subject, and I thought he'd like the book.
Well, it was very kind of you.
I thought so myself at the time, but now I'm not too sure.
Lieutenant Hager just called. He checked with the Records and Identification Division. There is no criminal record for anyone named Jim Howard.
I kind of expected that. Betty, let's check on these prints. He grabbed the book with both hands, so there should be a perfect set.
Do you think he has a record under another name?
I think Mr. Howard is a very smart man who isn't worried at all that I'm not buying his act. And that's what worries me.
Maybe he doesn't have anything to be worried about.
Maybe. Maybe he's figured out a way to cover up his tracks, which means somebody else is in danger.
Matador's gone. I had to put him away.
You had to do what?
Well, he was getting old and sick. He wasn't working out anymore. I had to get rid of him.
He was my horse. My dad gave him to me.
Yeah, well, that's all over now, Kevin. For whatever time you're going to be here, you're going to have to do things my way.
What do you mean for whatever time I'm going to be here?
You know, your stepdad was very worried about you, Kevin. He talked to me about sending you away to some kind of school.
A school? You mean an institution?
A place where you could get some help.
You think there's something wrong with me?
I'm just telling you what your dad said.
You're a liar. My dad wasn't going to send me any place. He wouldn't have let to kill Matador either. If I was a man, I'd...
Jim, what happened?
Oh, it's nothing, honey. Kevin was a little upset, that's all.
Kevin break these dishes?
Well, it was my fault. He's been very disturbed since your father died. I tried to get him to let his feelings out a little. I should have left him alone.
Sometimes I think Kevin's gonna be all right, and then he blows up like this. And now with Dad gone, I'm just afraid he's gonna get worse.
Oh, honey, come on. Listen, we've got to stand by him now. We can't turn our backs on him.
I can't help worrying about all of us.
Well, don't you worry, honey. I'm here now.
The report on the prints came back from R&I Division.
So, Mr. Howard does have a record after all. 2 years in federal prison under the name of Jim Howard Haig.
Your intuition was right.
Yeah, but that's like having a $10,000 car with a broken wheel. It looks beautiful, but won't get you down the driveway. Mr. Haig did time for mail fraud and still doesn't prove murder.
Well, maybe there wasn't any murder, Barnaby. Maybe Mr. Haig tried a life of crime, fell flat on his face for his trouble, picked himself up after 2 years, decided it would be better to lead a simple but honest life, married to a rancher's daughter.
I'm a suspicious old man with a deep distrust of human nature.
Oh, of course you're not, but, well, you still haven't found a motive for murder.
You may be right, Betty, except for one thing. According to Lieutenant Hager, James Howard Haig was released from prison 3.5 months ago. 2 days later, he shows up in Desert Wells.
What are you saying, Barnaby?
I'm saying that's a long way to go in a short time unless he got a reason. And he may have found that reason while he was in jail. Betty, call my friend Gil Carter at San Quentin. He's assistant to the warden. Ask him to run a check on the activities of James Howard Haig while he was in prison, especially who his friends were and what they were sent up for.
Barnaby, I called your office. Betty said that you were coming out.
What's the matter, Elijah?
It's Kevin. I think that he had something to do with Dad's death.
Liza, do you know what you're saying?
Yes.
What happened?
You remember asking what happened to Dad's snake bite kit? Why he didn't have it with him when he was bitten?
Yeah.
I found this morning. It was in Kevin's room.
Kevin? Barnaby Jones. Where are you going?
Getting out of here.
Well, if you're going to do some traveling, you're going to need money. And you're going to need friends wherever you go.
I don't need friends.
Everybody needs a friend, Kevin. We said we were going to be friends, you and I. We can't go back on that.
Why do you want to be my friend? Everybody thinks I killed Mr. Mills.
Not everybody.
You think I'd be afraid to do it?
Murder doesn't take courage, Kevin. It takes a certain kind of cowardice, and you're not a coward.
What'll I do?
Let's go out there. Two of us. Show folks we're not running away.
You called him here.
No, he didn't. I did, Kevin. For your sake.
You better come on down to the office with me now, son.
You're a warrant, Sheriff.
I'm not arresting anyone, Mr. Jones. Kevin and I are old friends. We're just going to have a nice, friendly little chat.
You know, you don't have to go, Kevin.
Thanks, Mr. Jones. I guess it's best if I do what the sheriff wants.
You've come a long way from San Quentin, Mr. Haig.
I'd expect a good detective like you to find that out.
How long do you suppose it would have taken Liza to find it out?
Well, why don't we ask her? Liza, Mr. Jones has become interested in my background. Now, would you please tell him what I told you about me?
I know about Jim's prison record, Barnaby, if that's what you mean.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
Jim deserved a new chance.
Well, so you're off the hook and Kevin is on.
I'm sorry about Kevin, Mr. Jones. Now, he needs understanding, and we're going to see that he gets it.
It's very noble of you. Of course, some people might say that nobility is the last refuge of liars.
Are you calling me a liar?
I'll let you know when this is over.
It's over now, Mr. Jones. Liza won't be needing you anymore.
Well, Kevin does. And as long as I've got a client, I think I'll hang around. When can I talk to Kevin?
Oh, as soon as the sheriff gets through talking to him. Your move. Sheriff's Department, Bailey here. For you.
Yeah.
Barnaby, I just got a call from your friend at San Quentin, Mr. Carter. It seems that Jim Howard Haig's cellmate for 18 months was a man named Louis Whitaker. Does that mean anything?
Could mean everything. Thanks. Where can I get a surveyor's map of this area?
Over at the land company office.
Be back in 10 minutes. Tell the sheriff I want to talk to him.
Hey, Barnaby, don't you want to finish the game? I just jumped your king.
So you finally found it, Mr. Howard. Was it worth it?
How did you get in here?
Same way you did. When I found out who your cellmate was, I knew what those rattlesnakes you put down here were guarding. I figured there was another way to get into the mine. You went to a lot of trouble, Mr. Howard. Too bad it won't buy you anything but a prison cell for the rest of your life.
There's no law against looking for stolen money.
And you don't mind turning it over. Don't touch it.
I didn't mean to kill Mills.
Until he got in your way. You knew that Lou Whitaker buried the loot down in this mine somewhere, but you didn't know the exact spot. Then when you found out that Mills was planning to develop this site, you knew that meant sealing the mine and probably covering over the money forever, so you had to stop him.
Look, there's over $300,000 in here. Why don't we split it? We could both live good for the rest of our lives.
I already live good, Mr. Howard, and I don't need to be rich to do it. It has to do with other things. You had a chance at those things and you threw them away. A woman who loved you. A boy that you could have befriended. An old man that gave you a chance at a new life. You had it all. You threw it away for nothing.
Drop it. It's my turn now. I'm sorry, Mr. Jones, but in the game we're playing, nice guys really do finish last.
That's what you were doing, wasn't it? Playing a game.
What else is there? I'm bit. I'm bit! You bit me! You gotta get some help! Don't let me die.
What's the matter, Mr. Howard? Game getting a little too rough for you? Mr. Joe! In here, Sheriff! You got here just in time, Sheriff. Money's over there in that box.
What happened to him?
One of his namesakes got to him. You can arrest him for the murder of Andrew Mills.
Take him in. It's an interesting job you got.
I'm just a country boy like you, Sheriff, trying to get through the day.
Hi, Barnaby.
Hi. I was driving down the highway, looked at my watch, noticed it was lunchtime, and thought I might come in here and reclaim that hamburger I turned down once.
You know you're always welcome. Did you see Jim?
Yes, he's recovered. He made a full confession.
I was a fool, wasn't I?
No, you're human. No sin to fall in love with someone, no matter who it is.
Kevin, friend of yours to see you. Glad you came by, Mr. Jones.
I don't want to interrupt your work.
Oh, no. I'm just finishing up on those fence posts. We're gonna be right on time to finish the whole thing by winter. We're gonna do good if the weather keeps up and if we can get a loan for some new equipment.
I think you're going to do just fine.
Mr. Jones,
Yes, Kevin.
How do you thank somebody who saved your whole life?
You already have. How about those hamburgers?